Thank you. My name is Sofia Karizova. I represent the organization The Rights and Freedoms of Turkmenistan Citizens. Dear participants, I would like to begin my speech by announcing the decision of the UN Human Rights Committee in the case of Mr. Geldi Karizov. This decision obliges Turkmenistan to return the illegally confiscated property and to pay compensation for the violation of Mr. Karizov's rights, specifically for the unfair court ruling and the appalling conditions of his imprisonment. This is a great victory. In Turkmenistan, the judiciary is entirely controlled by the government, and in particular by the president of the country. People do not have access to independent courts. Lawyers who are under the control of the country's security services are afraid to openly defend their clients' interests, and trials are conducted under the full control of the authorities. In cases involving high-ranking officials, court decisions are not made by the judges, but personally by the president or his father, which completely strips the process of independence and fairness. In other cases, decisions are made by prosecutors. Ordinary citizens are deprived of their right to a fair trial. This applies to both civil cases, such as the case of Kaka Durdi Juma Durdiyev, and criminal cases such as Rovshan Klitschev, Farhat Meyman Kuliyev, and Merdan Muhamedov. All of them face a judicial system designed to worsen their situation, not to protect their rights. These individuals become victims of the system that is supposed to protect them, but instead deprives them of the opportunity for a fair hearing. Currently, there is also chaos with the railway transportation system in the country. The current president, Serdar Muhamedov, appointed the head of this sector. This company is headed by Mehmet Mamedov, who fosters nepotism and corruption, replacing personnel at his own discretion and appointing his brothers, relatives, and mistresses to key positions. In short period, he replaced leadership in 38 departments of the sector. Everyone fears him, and as he threatens people by pointing to the portrait of Serdar Muhamedov, stating that he was appointed directly by him and that all must obey his orders. When this leader dismisses employees, people not only cannot file lawsuits in any court in the country, but they also do not dare to contradict him. Everyone submits in silence. I would like to emphasize that it is not always possible to file a lawsuit, especially if the initiator of the legal proceedings is the president himself. In Turkmenistan, all judicial and prosecutorial appointments are officially signed by the president himself, delegating to them the right to corruption, nepotism, and in general, lawlessness. Anyone who dares to file a lawsuit in politically motivated cases where the president is involved signs their own death sentence. This issue must be addressed when many human rights defenders, journalists, and activists who have suffered under the dictatorship are denied help and support simply because they have not exhausted all judicial instances in their country. Until judges and prosecutors are elected locally, no one will ever achieve truth, justice, or legal protection according to the Constitution. They will only worsen their situation, be placed on travel ban, and at best face new criminal charges that will end their lives in the Abadan Tepe concentration camp. International committees are obligated to call on the Turkmen judiciary to review appointments according to international standards. The appointment of one of the branches of government by the president's signature officially means
to bring this to a conclusion? Thank you.
Recognition of the right to organize a totalitarian dictatorship in this country. We call on international community to pay attention to this situation. In Turkmenistan, it is necessary to restore the independence of the judiciary, stop the pressures on lawyers, and guarantee all citizens the right to fair trial. This is not only a matter of the country's domestic policy, but also fundamental human rights.
Adalat yolu, adalat yolu, atlana değil.